Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos. Now we are moving on from Gem Knights, and just how I started with Gem Knights, you know, with a deck full of pretty much all the monsters to try them out, that's what I'm doing right here with Lightsworns. The deck might look a little bit messy or simple depending on how you look at it, but this was mainly to try and see what they can do by themselves. After this I want to be working on some hybrids, using something like, I don't know, Darkstorm Dragon, using maybe some zombies. We'll see, but let's go ahead and get into the deck list. We have two Lila Lightsworn Sorceress. Okay, so all the Lightsworn monsters mill cards from your deck during the end phase. They all mill 2. He mills 2, she mills 2, he mills 2, he mills 2. The only ones that mill 3 are Lila and Gregonis are the only ones that mill 3. Now it's very important, well, let's go through their effects. Lila, you can target one spell and trap card your opponent controls. This card's battle phase cannot be changed until the end of your next turn unless you use a card effect. That's very important to know. Also, change this card you control from face up attack position to face up defense position, and if you do, destroy the target. And then during the end phase is the mill effect. So you can use this to get rid of back row. It's very weak, so you have to be okay with it dying. You basically exchange her for a spell or trap, or you have to have something to protect it. I'm running 2 of them, that's all I have. Now we have Jane, Lightsworn Paladin. I wish I had 3, but I only have 2 of them, unfortunately. So if I had 3, I would run 3 and I would take out, I'll tell you what I'll take out later. 1800 attack, he goes to 2100 during the damage step, and he mills 2 cards. Now we have Gregonit. This card is going to gain 300 attack and defense for each Lightsworn monster with a different name in your graveyard. It also has piercing damage, and it mills 3 cards during your end phase. Now we have Garoth, which is an 1850 warrior, very strong. This card, it's very important to know, it will only mill from your deck if another Lightsworn monster mills. And also, if you happen to mill any Lightsworn monsters, you can draw a card per Lightsworn monster that you send with his effect. So that can be cool. You'll get a +1 off of it every now and then. Now for the tech cards, we have 2 more slides. We have Shrine, Lightsworn Spirit. This card I just teched it in because I'm running a different card and I wanted another target, and having another Lightsworn monster just felt right, so I threw one of them in there. Gains 300 attack for each Lightsworn monster in your graveyard with different name, just like the big boy, the 6. But it's obviously weaker, 400 attack, and it also mills 2 cards from your graveyard during your end phase. And then we have 3 Arcus. I don't know how to pronounce that. And this is the card that I would cut down to 2 if you have the 3 Jane. It's good, but it's not good enough for it to be a 3. It has nice defense, so if you start with it, you can put it in defense mode and sit in that for a little bit. I really like the effect. Neither player can target Lightsworn monsters anywhere with card effects. During each of your end phases, send 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard. Now, this is very important. They cannot, your Lightsworn monsters become untargetable by anything, but that's including your cards. So as you can see, I'm running Powerful Rebirth. If you have, what is his name? Arcus. We're just gonna call him Arcus. If you have Arcus in the on the field, you can't use your Powerful Rebirth on your Lightsworn monsters. You can't use Limit Reverse on your Lightsworn monsters. You can't even use Jar of Avarice because it also targets. So you need to be careful when you use Arcus. I love when I go against burn decks, because I can just summon this and then attack into the back row. They can't activate Econs, they can't activate Draining Shields, Enchanted Javelins, anything like that. So I like it a lot. But like I said, I would run 2 if I had the 3rd Jane. 3 enemy controllers, pretty standard. 2 Storm because we are running 2 Powerful Rebirths, and also the Field spell helps us. We're running Fields of the Warrior, so if you storm away, you'll storm your Field spell and you can destroy something on top of that, which works nicely. So 2 Powerful Rebirth. You can summon everything in the deck except for your big boy, the 6-star. Limit reverse, we have 2 targets for limit reverse. We have Shrine, Shire, Lightsworn Spirit, and we also have 1 Chaos Necromancer. I just threw this as a tech in case late game, you know, I have a bunch of monsters in the grave. I can summon this and try to attack for game or something like that. I was running 2, but I switched one of them for Shire just because I wanted to run her. The rest of the techs are Bacon Saber, which is nice when it's in the graveyard. You can stop 1 attack, and AD Changer. AD Changer can help you deal with big monsters if they have weak defense. And you can also use AD Changer to switch your Lila back into attack mode after you activate her effect, which can come very clutch. I already went over the Jar of Avarice. Just one of them in case I'm decking out too quickly. I can use my Jar of Avarice. Usually I'll target just my spell and traps to send them back into the deck. It is a 24 card deck because you will mill yourself out very quickly. Especially once you have 2 monsters in the field, you're dropping 4 cards per turn, 4 or 5 cards per turn, so you can deck out fairly quickly. But that's it for the deck. Let's go ahead and show you some of these replays. And before this replay starts, I'm gonna grab a water real quick. Excuse me. Alright, so we got Field of Warriors. We got a nice starting hand. Our opponent doesn't summon anything. I assume it was Destiny board. I hit him for 2000, which is gonna be able to trigger his Destiny board, but I was okay with that. I used my AD Changer to see what I'm going up against. You see the Doom Dog, so I definitely know that this is a Destiny board. I destroy the Doom Dog. He's gonna search his Necrofear. Unfortunately, I can deal damage because of Grivo, and he happens to have another one. But that's okay. I'm feeling pretty good. I have enemy controller and I have Jar of Avarice, so if I start decking out, I can, you know, send some of my cards back. We see the Necrofear. I'll leave the animations. We're halfway there. Nice and creepy. And he actually goes for the attack on my Garruk, which is fine. I use my Jar of Avarice to see if I can fish out, you know, another enemy controller or something like that. Maybe pick up a stronger monster because Lila is a spellcaster, so he doesn't get the boost from the field spell. And look at this, I thought this was hilarious. I pick up Arcus, and as I told you before, my Lightsworn monsters cannot be targeted anymore. So I attack into this Man-Eater bug. He's forced to destroy his own Necrofear. The Sphere Grivo is going to save him for 1 turn. But it's fine, we have a good amount of cards. We have plenty of resources. And you know, he's down to 2 cards. 1 in hand, 1 on the field. And we're barely at F. So I was feeling pretty confident. Go ahead and destroy the monster. Dark Mimic level 3, he gets the draw, but it doesn't pick up another Grivo, so I'm able to finish him up. Nice and easy. Now the thing about Lightsworns is that it's really hard to find, you know, something that they can do on their own. They're mostly used as an engine in the TCG. I mean, you can use there's a card, if you guys are familiar with the TCG, Judgment Dragon. It's basically their only archetype built-in winning condition, and we don't have anything like that. So right now it's just, you know, a regular beatdown deck, or it's an engine. That's why there's nothing really fancy that I'm doing with the deck. Going up against Psychics, I have 2 storms, so I can storm away my field spell and the other storm, get rid of the back row. I will always get rid of back row instead of keeping my field spell. I don't care about the field spell that much. And because that put me in a winning position, you know. Once I pick up my Arcus, if that was an enemy controller, he can't activate it. I milled a Bacon Saber so I can even protect my monster, and then he just renders. You guys know from Hazy Flame how how strong not being able to target a monster is, or how annoying it is to deal with. So even though Arcus is weak at 1200, I still think it has a good enough effect to run it in the deck. I probably wouldn't run it if I was using Lightsworn as an engine, like was mentioned. By then you probably just want to stick to Jane and Lila. Here we got 2 Field of Warriors. Not a great hand, but I have AD Changer and I have Powerful Rebirth, so even if he destroyed my AD Changer, I could brought it back and tribute for my what is the name of this card? Gragonis. But we're going to be inspired because I don't mind that he pins the back row because I'm just gonna storm it away. Even if I wasn't able to take advantage of Powerful Rebirth, I'd rather get rid of the back row like I mentioned, because now I can tribute, use AD Changer, and hit him for some hefty damage. He picks up a Tensu. I'm not worried about it. And after both of my monsters meal, I get to draw a card and I get to boost my Dragonin for 300. Pick up Lila, target the face down that we don't know about, because obviously the middle one is a Tensu. He should have Econ Take to stay alive. Instead he just switches to defense mode, which doesn't do much for him, and I'm able to pierce him for the last damage I needed. We got a Kaiba replay. I apologize if my voice sounds weird. I was going to sleep, but I started playing this deck and I was like, I might as well record it. That way the video is ready for you guys in the morning. And then I'll go to sleep after this. We got a Kaiba running a 25 card deck, so I wasn't sure what I was going up against. So I just set my Powerful Rebirth, go for Jane. We're gonna mill some cards. Sets a card, sets a face down. I use my Lila's effect to destroy the face down. We see that it was a storm, so it was semi-bluff. And then I see the Bacon Saber, so now I know that I'm going up against zombies. There we see the Gusuki. And pick up enemy controller, so I Econ Take. I didn't want to attack into the Gusuki and, you know, bring a red ice onto the field. Instead, I wanted to force him to use his Bacon Saber from the grave, and then I was gonna, you know, figure out what to do from there. I get pretty lucky though. He doesn't pick up a Red Eye Zombie, no insight. I thought this was the Red Eye Zombie, but he actually just summons Goblin Zombie, and then I don't know if he was trying to trigger. I don't know if he was baiting me to activate my my own Bacon Saber with this Heavy Knight. But he just suicided into my Jane, and then they surrender, so a very easy win. And then we got a Weevil. I actually beat quite a few Weevils with this deck because of Arcus. You know, they can't target you with the Massive Morph, the Mask of the Curse, all that stuff. And also, if you have your Gragonit to start and they, you know, you get a Parasite, you can just tribute off the Parasite. Duel! So they're going first. 2 Parasites in the deck. I just set my AD Changer, not worried about him attacking. And then I go for the Storm. Like I said, I always prioritize getting rid of back row. And my Gragonit is gonna mill that Parasite, so I don't have to worry about it. We see the Mask of the Accursed. Now, there was many things I could have done here. Obviously, I have Storm, and I have 2 Stellar Traps that I could remove. But I wanted to do the play that I was talking to you guys about, because I knew I was going to win this and save the replay. So I used Lila's effect, destroy the Mask of the Accursed, use my AD Changer to get her back into attack mode. Then I can destroy the Spell Striker and hit it for 23 to the face. Yeah, we will play a real deck. Or play a meme deck, but just burn it. So anyway, that's it for this deck. Again, just as I did with Gem Knights, I'll probably come back to Lightsworns and use them in different ways, but this was just kind of the pure build using most of the monsters. There was a couple that of the little ones that I didn't feel they were worth running. And yeah, this is my build. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. Join my Discord if you haven't. The link's gonna be down in the description. Also in the description is my PayPal link if you guys want to support my channel and my content. I really appreciate that. And till next time.